Hello everyone, so I've got a question in the Blizzard forums from Kelfy. It says, I can't work out how in World Editor to increase the nuclear blast radius. I want it to be large enough to destroy an entire base and dish out serious damage. If you could explain like you were to explain to a toddler. I'm still very new to the Starcraft 2 editor, so that's definitely a very good skill to be able to have in the data editors to try and be able to figure out where stuff is. So I'm going to show you how I would try and find out where to increase those values. So I have a brand new map, nothing really in it at the moment. So I'm assuming you want the ghost nuke because like in the campaign dependencies, there's going to be like several different nuclear values. Like the Odin has its own nuke. I believe the Spectres and some of the heroes like Nova have their own nukes. So it's good to identify who has the nuke that you want to edit and then search for that person directly first. So I'm in the Units tab here. I just searched for Ghost, and then there's this field down here that shows it's the nuclear strike, which if you don't see this, then you need to go up to View and hit Show Object Explorer. You can see it's hidden now, but now when I hit that, I can see it, and it has all the different things that are related to the ghost. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click on the nuclear strike and hit View Linked Ability, and that'll take me straight to the ability that the ghost uses. Now, something like the blast radius will be contained within the effects, and there's mainly two types of effects that could, in this situation, might be that are likely to be controlling the blast radius. One would be if there was a search effect, which you can see none of these say search after them, and most of the time Blizzard will label those. As you can see, they say call down, damage, detonate, persistent. Sometimes something like that could be in a persistent, but it isn't in this case. Because also the damage effects can also have search in them. And if for some reason they weren't labeled, you could double click on it and you'd see the effect type is damage. And here you can see it's a call down. In this case, we want damage. So you can see all these area effects here are what control the blast radius. They did it in the damage itself instead of doing like a search effect. So here, 360, that just means it'll be the entire circle around the point where it hits. Then here is a pretty neat value. It links up with this. Here's the main radius. And basically, if a unit is within 4 radius, then it'll do the full amount of damage here, 1. Now, if it's between 4 to 6 radius, then you can see here they put it so it only does half the damage. And then finally, if it's within radius 8, it'll only do quarter of the damage, which is this combat amount here. So it does 300 within 4, it does 150 within 6, and then whatever a quarter is of 300 within the 8 amount. So you'd probably just want to increase these numbers, maybe 8, maybe 12, maybe 16, really whatever you want it to be. And then if you wanted, you could also alter those fraction amounts here if you wanted to do it more damage. Of course, you also have this 300 amount you could increase, and then you can see here it also does a bonus to structures. You can increase that as well if you want, or any of these other values. And that's called the attribute bonus there. So very good skill to be able to kind of use this Show Object Explorer so you can find what you're looking for. And of course, if you're very new, you might have not known it was an effect. Like if you don't know what actors and effects are, then that can be confusing, but that's just kind of one of those things you have to get used to as you're to try and figure out which areas where you want to look. But definitely start with the unit you want, and then you knew you wanted the nuclear ability, and then you just kind of look from there and see which one it was. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this will help get more new people into map making. It's very fun, so Peace out.